introduced to one of his best friends, James Poyser from Philadelphia. They're all working on Jimmy Fallon right now. James plays keys, but he's my studio husband. He finishes my musical sentences. I don't read music, but I can tell James, no, I need it to be like. and he knows what I mean. Yeah. It's too purple, James. It's too purple. But he goes, oh, okay. And he knows exactly what to do.
How do you describe that feeling, just of having special musical collaborators like that you can communicate with almost in a different way than, the rest of us who just have to use words and stuff?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, every time we're together, we create something really special. Window Seat was the last thing you all heard, but whenever we create something, Window Seat and that album also had that's New American Part 2, the last album I did. Out My Mind Just in Time. I did the intro to that song.
Now, was it around this time that you also had met a young man from Detroit?
Yeah, well, it was a little later.
It was a little later, okay.
Yeah, after Badu was finished, I met this guy, really nice guy from Chicago. He was an MC. Had maybe the anthem for hip hop at the time. I used to love her. It was Congo. And he introduced me to James Yancey, who's also known as Dilla. Coming to me to Detroit, and he goes, Erica, this is what you need right here. You need some of this. So we went to Dilla's house, and I met him and heard his production and was saved, I guess. I don't know what else to call it, And I didn't leave for a couple of days, and we came up with a lot of good stuff from Mama's Gun,
What was that? What was his studio like? What was
his studio?
Paint the picture for us.
It was his mama's house, but his studio was in the basement. And in his basement, he had wall-to-wall records, floor to ceiling. And of course, in hip-hop, we sample a lot. We like to listen to old stuff to get inspiration, because it's us anyway. That's us. And so we were listening to a lot of stuff, and he told me to pick a record. He goes, we pick a song, pick a point in the song. Now, these two buttons, this is how you sample that part, and now loop it. And he didn't do anything. He taught me how to do everything that day. And that kind of person is the kind I wanted to be. So it made me really a big fan of his. He was generous, with his information, because money don't come to people, money come to ideas. He gave me ideas. And, he's one of the best people I've ever met on the planet since I've been here. He's a good guy. I miss him. He didn't talk a lot.
Now, he worked on stuff for Mama's Gun, obviously.
Yeah.
And, he's been a presence on all of the music since then. I recall seeing recently an interview with his mom, where she shows, it's a video interview, and she shows for the cameras a painting and an inscription. And I wonder if you might, for those who haven't seen it, maybe share what
You
that
tell me,
is.
because I don't know what you're
Well,
I mean, Bob, so I forget things.
it's painting, it's a collaboration, I think, I believe, with you and Quest and
Oh,
others.
yes.
And is there an inscription?
I
Or
don't
some
remember what it
words?
said. Tell me. Do you know?
Well, I was
It was in the moment. It was real. You don't remember stuff like that.
it's a dedication to him, yeah. And I guess, on the subject of him, he's such a revered and important figure, and there is this sort of posthumous legend, and I guess for folks who weren't fortunate enough to know him in person, how do you explain him as a person versus, what everybody sees as Dilla, the legend, the musical legend, and the musical genius?
As a person? There's a lot going on. I learned later that he had a disease called lupus. Maybe he was in pain. Maybe he was uncomfortable. I don't know. I think about that sometimes. But he was very quiet. He was an engineer. He majored in engineering in school. So he was very mathematical. Every Coke can in the refrigerator was facing the same way, like a graveyard. It's perfect in a row. And if you get one, you put it back, you know. He ate a lot of candy. It's like, it's too much candy. Big jars of candy. He was really shy, so I used to tease him all the time, like flirt with him, like really seductive, like, because he was so quiet, you know, you just know, he was funny to me. The studio audience in my head was cracking up. Common would catch him doing it, and he'll go, "Hey, don't do that. That's not nice." Common is a very nice guy. He's like, so nice. You know, and the people he hangs around too, Dylan, nice. Amir, Questlove, really nice. Most Def, very nice people. These are very nice people. They're nice human beings, nice people. Good thoughts, good words. You know, we formed a group called Soul Aquarians. I guess around 2001. Group consisted of a lot of power players, and everybody is so nice. Just really nice people. You know, not only nice MCs and producers, good people who take care of their responsibilities and families and do things for the planet. Don't have to announce it in front of the press. You know, that kind of person. So, the group is getting back together, so Aquarium. Thank you, I'll tell them. Everyone clap.
That was nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, one of the really engrossing pieces of New American Part 1 is this piece about Dilla.
Yeah.
Telephone, which is really both an amazing story in terms of what it's based on. Is it something that you feel comfortable talking about?
Sure. You guys go? Dilla's during his process of being in the hospital a long time, he was also on maybe morphine or something as a painkiller, which would also make him very lethargic, sometimes incoherent, sometimes just he would be delusional, he would see things. And what do you call that? Hallucinate. And his mother walked in on him one time having a conversation with someone who wasn't there. He was sitting up and talking to someone in a chair, and she just kind of left out, and she got back in when he was feeling a little bit more coherent. She asked him who he's talking to, and he said, ODB. She said, ODB? I said, yeah, he told me, when I get here, don't get on the red bus, get on the white bus. The white bus is the bus for us. The red one looks fun. But I thought that was like an amazing thing, I was talking to ODB. So I wrote a song for the finale of New America Part 1 called Telephone. And the lyrics say, telephone is old dirty. He wants to give you directions home. And it goes on. But what's funny about it, we recorded the song right after he passed, right after he went to the next place. And it was in Los Angeles. And we were just working on a project, and Soul Aquarians, we all just happened to be there at the same time. Just, by happenstance. Common was Dilla's roommate. Most was working on something. Amir and I were there working with a group we have called defeated the funker. And we got the news